Phantasm, the delusion of a disordered mind.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Bit of Popcorn. Today I will do the short retelling on the movie Phantasm from 1979. Those who criticize this movie simply don't understand the genre and what makes a great horror film. This movie shattered my mind back in my childhood and it still haunts me even after 10 years. It gives me nightmares and I wake up terrified. Watch this video till the end and you will see the most interesting deleted scenes from this movie. And I will also tell you interesting facts that I'm sure you haven't heard of. Sit down in your comfortable chairs, get some popcorn, buckle up and let's go.
But the game is finished.
After their parents passed away, 20 years old musician Jody takes care of his 13-year-old brother Mike in a small town plagued by mysterious deaths. Suspect that the local mortician is responsible for these deaths. Reggie, a family man and ice cream vendor, joins them in their suspicion. Mike shares his fears with a fortune teller and her granddaughter, expressing concern that Jody might leave town, leaving him in the care of their aunt. The fortune teller shows Mike a strange black box and instructs him to place his hand inside. As fear grips Mike, the box releases its hold, leading him to realize that fear might be the true evildoer behind the deaths. This revelation pushes Mike to confront the tall man. Throughout the movie, Mike is chased by the tall man's minions, zombie dwarfs created from the bodies of the deceased. He tries to convince Jody and Reggie about the strange happenings in the town. Together, they discover a mysterious white room and mausoleum with the strange containers and get away to another dimension or planet. Mike briefly enters this other world and witnesses the enslaved zombie dwarfs. In attempt to escape the tall man, Reggie tragically loses his life, leaving Mike and Jody to come up with a plan. They successfully trap the tall man in a deserted mineshaft. However, when Mike wakes up at home later, he finds Reggie by his side, explaining that it was all just a bad dream. The truth is that Jody has died in a car crash and Mike had been trying to prevent his brother from leaving in his dream. But things take a chilling turn when Mike discovers the tall man waiting for him in his room. This film was made by Don Coscarelli, who asked his dad for money to shoot it. As far as I know, they made a movie that was as long as 3 hours, but later the film was cut. All you need to understand is that this guy, Coscarelli, asked his dad for $300,000 and made such a film that Universal Pictures bought a sequel. They ruined the sequel, of course, but that's not the point now. By the way, the first part grossed $12 million. Imagine that with such a budget in 1978. My acquaintance with the film Phantasm happened quite unexpectedly and lasted quite a while. There was a video rental near the school. After seeing the videotape with the film there, its cover stuck in my head. However, I was only able to watch this film several years later. When talking about Phantasm, it's impossible to dismiss the fact that it is a masterpiece, just like A Nightmare on Elm Street or Hellraiser. This film shaped an entire generation of movie enthusiasts. It's challenging to talk about it objectively, but it's worth a try. First and foremost, it's worth asking why it is became a masterpiece. The answer is simple. Phantasm is sincerely atmospheric. The entire viewing experience feels dreamlike. What happens on the screen seems unreal, as if it's all invented. And the director emphasizes this. In the middle, you find yourself thinking, stop, what is this even? And in the end, you realize there couldn't have been any other way. After all, let's not forget that the narration comes from a child's perspective. Coscarelli wanted to show death itself in the form of a tall man. That's a well-known fact. How to show it through a 12-year-old boy? How does he perceive it? A scary tall man who won't ask if you're good or not, who will simply take you away from your mom and will not raise even an eyebrow. That image is precisely what feeds a child's consciousness, and Coscarelli brilliantly succeeded in executing that idea. The amazing Angus Scrimm, who seemed to be made for this role, was simply irresistible. His creepy gaze, which basically involves raising an eyebrow and saying "Boy." Many say that the film is difficult to understand, that it is unclear what it is about. Everyone is used to the pictures of heaven and hell, but what if after death we face slavery on the red planet? Here we remember the tall man's line.
You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
Originally, the line was supposed to be in the first film. Unfortunately, subjectively, the other parts are much weaker than the first film. But specifically, Phantasm is the kind of film that you must watch. The problem with this film is that the sequel should have been made by Don Coscarelli with the same low budget and most importantly, alone with his dad. Because Universal Pictures ruined the whole atmosphere with their stupid romantic plot lines and the bizarre chainsaw battle with the guy in a mask. What the Love in the original Phantasm simply doesn't exist and cannot exist since it's a cold film and the maximum it has is a strong friendship, nothing more.
Reg, he ain't dead.
No, it ain't.
To get the look of a tall man right, Angus Scrimm wore lifts inside his shoes and wore suits several sizes too small so that he looked even taller than his already menacing 6 feet 4 inches. The title of Phantasm films was taken from the works of Edgar Allan Poe by Don Coscarelli. Edgar Poe used the word phantasm many times throughout his works and it sounded perfect for the title of the horror film. The man who created the flying orbs died before the film's release. The instantly recognizable spheres were created for the film by Willard Green, but Green sadly passed away 2 years before the film was released, meaning he never got to see his finished work on screen. To keep production costs down, Coscarelli rented the film equipment rather than buying it, and always rented it on Friday, returning it on a Monday, so he only had to pay 1 day's rent, but was able to use it all day Saturday and Sunday too. The plot to Phantasm started in a dream that Coscarelli had in which he was chased endlessly by silver spheres down marble corridors. The spheres with the intent of piercing his head with a needle. Please comment below what were your impressions on this movie when you watched it for the very first time in your life. Also guys, don't forget to like and subscribe because it can really help my channel to grow. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next episode.
Oh, shit, am I in trouble?
Oh yeah, with who?
I don't know. God, I guess.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I jumped the bike into the cemetery and started riding around. And all these weird things started happening. It's not funny, I saw them. I didn't really see them, but I know they were there. Watching me and chasing me.
Nothing wrong with your television set. Do not
And there's this tall man.
The dial. We will venture
And he smiled
into
at me.
the unknown.
Scariest smile I ever seen. Well, it happened.
Michael, buddy, you know what you need? Mexican beer. Five down, one to go. I always knew my little brother was a Mexican at heart.
I've got to take a trip.
Come on, man, you can hold it.
Jody, how you doing? Are you drinking that Mexican beer again?
Gee, me and my little brother were both drunks, you know.
Oh, Jody.
I think I'm dating the wrong sister. Oh, hi, Reg. Oh, shit. Excuse me, man. I'm just gonna go. Would you fix this taco a double dip Rocky Road, please?
Double dip Rocky Road. Coming right up.
Mike? I love you, man.
Oh, Jody.
Yeah.
life, and our loving together. You know.
Excuse me.
Hey, what are you doing?
Whoa. Are we hot or what? Well, that's enough of that shit. Right now, I'll tell you. Hey, cover me, man. Let's see. That comes to 48.53.
Hey, you want me to repossess your ice cream truck?
Whoa.
Sweet, kiss quick. Now, what do you have in mind, boss?
Well, see, what do we have under here?
I heard about your little rampage last night.
No, gee. Can't a guy take his kid brother out and get him ripped without half the town knowing about it? I mean...
You look so cute. I can't get over it.
Well, you are over it, sweetheart, let me tell you. No, seriously, I was just on my way out to Morningside, and being that I am, dressed like the banker today, I thought that I would come in and make a small deposit.
Oh?
Yeah.
Reggie! Hold on, brother. I'll be out in a second. It's coming. Here it comes.
Who are you looking for?
Oh, Jesus. I thought that you were...
No, No! Oh! Lock it! Lock it, quick! What the hell is in there?
I don't want to know. I gotta find my brother. I gotta find my brother. And you gotta take care of that thing, that doorway. Destroy it or something. We'll meet you out front.
You go to heaven. You go to us.
say 6, take 4.
Bring your knee up a little, Mike. Ready? Action.
That sucker looked like a piece of wet laundry hanging from the clothesline, huh? Shit.
You can't just leave him up there forever, though.
Why not? That rope will last a lifetime. Well, okay. Tomorrow we'll take care of him. For good. Then we'll go out and buy you a new door. By the way, what'd you go and blow your knob off for?
I was trying to save you, dude.
My little brother. He is one bad